morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dreams Unveiled with your hosts, Daun, Whittaker,
and Melissa Salazar.
And today we're not here to tear apart your dreams. We're here to just give you a few tools. It's going to be the beginning of a little series, and we're going to keep them short, but really kind of dive as deeply as we possibly can. Okay? We're going to start talking about colors in dreams. And we talked about talking about colors and dreams a few weeks ago.
Yeah. But now we're really talking about it.
But now we're really, yeah, that's right. That's how it works around here. Yeah. We get this idea, and then it takes us some time to implement it.
Yeah, but then we do it. We
do it. Yeah, so we're pretty good about that.
Today we're going to stick to the primary colors.
The real primary. Yellow, blue, and red.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about yellow, blue, and red in dreams. You know, and it's worth saying, although they're not absolutely positive on this, but it used to be, people thought that, science thought that people dreamed in black and white predominantly. And turns out that may have actually been related to the fact that we were watching black and white TV.
Television, yeah.
So colors are showing up more and more in dreams, which is great. I think what really happens is we don't think about it in the dream. You know, there are certain things we don't really think about. Oftentimes, we're seeing ourselves third person in a dream, but we don't really pick up on colors. When you pick up on colors, it's really because they're significant in a dream. I think that's really the most important takeaway from this.
Yeah.
We will, as we go through this series, today is going to be elemental and just the basic to get us started. But we'll bring in some science. We'll talk about some researchers that are, very interested in this. I became very interested in color psychology, I would say about 30 plus years ago. Gosh, I liked it better when it was like 10 years ago. I was teaching classes on marketing strategies for home-based businesses because I was a home-based business. And I really got interested in color psychology. Color psychology actually is how they pair colors for market, for placement of different items. And, we talked about, why was blue and orange popular color for cleaning products, for instance, and, green for food. I mean, there were some very specific things that we talked about that our brain would associate. And some of it's cultural and everything. It's not like this is just, generational. A lot of it may be cultural, but, the fact is we do associate color. I mean, how many of us associate in the United States green with money, right?
Yeah.
And gold's easy because the name of gold is the color of gold. Yeah, ironic.
Same thing with orange.
Oh, yes. How about it? And think about this, though, the color orange, which we'll talk about next time. But one of the things that is associated with orange is sunshine and energy. Mm-hmm. So in other words, from the color standpoint, the actual orange is part, symbolically linked to that.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's just how our brains work. So, and once again, I want to say, as we're going through this, if a particular color means something specific to you, for instance, you are in a relationship with somebody and green is the relationship color and really represents that person. And then maybe you just had a breakup and you had a dream about it. The green may be more personal to your relationship. Mm-hmm. So I would really encourage you to be thoughtful about that. All of this is about, is your subconscious mind being informed by your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is being informed by the world around you, what you're taking in, and all of that. So this is really all about you. And think about that with the colors too. But there are some basic color information that we can use.
Yeah. So our first color we're going to be going deep diving into will be the color red.
I love red. Red's a great color. Not my favorite. My favorite's green. In case you can't tell, but red. So what kind of things does, just off the top of your head, what kind of things does red make you think of?
I think of like envy.
Ah, but isn't that green? Green with envy?
Yeah, but or like wrath.
But you're thinking about like jealousy, like that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess in like a positive way, I would think of like power.
Mm-hmm. What about energy? Energy seems like a good red.
Yeah.
A red color. So let's talk about
rage.
red. Yeah, right? Rage, anger, passion, right?
Passion. Yeah.
Real strong emotions.
Yeah, opposite,
Very strong emotions.
But I mean, also like passionate, like love passion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Red's a great color.
Yeah.
And strong emotions can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
But red is definitely, when you see red, that really is, your subconscious being like, pay attention to this. This is a big deal. This is really important. You need to know this is how you feel about this. This is how you think about this. This is how relevant this is to your life. So red is attention grabbing. Red is all about making sure that you are aware of something. So if you are in a dream and everything is, you're not paying it, there's not much color, but all of a sudden red pops up. Like we recently did a dream about somebody sitting in a restaurant with a red and white checked.
Mm-hmm. Checker table.
That's right.
Well, everything actually. It was a bunch of checkers.
Pretty much everything was. But what we talked about is that the red is relevant and the white is relevant. And the checkered pattern shows structure. So the thing is, we will, as we progress through the teachings on color in dreams, we'll talk about combinations of colors. They also mean something. So, yeah, red is all about, it's very strong emotions, passion. It can be anger, it can be rage. I'll tell you, in the 90s, when I was really involved in color psychology, red was also considered a very calming color. So I don't know that it is now. And back then, yellow was, and this is just basic color psychology, yellow was thought to be vibrant and energetic, but that long exposure to people that are older, elderly people, it would make them agitated. Oh. Isn't that something? Right. So color is an extraordinary part of our lives. So red, fire is red. Now, fire can be something destructive. Fire can also be something rebuilding and renewing, right?
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
When an old forest burns down, a new one emerges. Mm-hmm. In a house, and this is a common dream, that your house is on fire or some of your memories are on fire. It's really a way of paving a way for the new to come through. So I think that's a very important thing. Red or fire can be, Holy Spirit or, something outside of yourself that has power. And red is very much a power feeling. Love is often symbolized by red. We have red hearts, right? And we have all the passion.
Women always wear those red dresses.
Yes. So red can be just great love. It could be true love. It could be anything like that. Think of Valentine's Day. What is the color of Valentine's Day? Yeah. It's red. So your subconscious may take that image of red in a dream, if you're having a great dream that is highlighting a strong relationship between you and your spouse. So red's a great color, but it's anger and it's also danger. Red is, like we said, it's usually a grab your attention color in a dream, and it could very easily be related to pay attention to this. There's some danger here. Mm-hmm. So I think that pretty much beats up red. Yeah. Red pretty well.
Our next color, blue.
Blue. And we recently had blue.
We have.
11 in Stranger Things showed up in a dream wearing a blue dress.
Yeah.
And she was pregnant.
Yeah.
In the dream. But in the dream, in her blue dress, she was actually representing somebody that represented clarity and peace. Mm-hmm.
So calming.
And calm, yes, very much. And she was that communicator of just, great peace when the dreamer was in a situation of feeling very overwhelmed. Yeah. And she was a representation of one side of the dreamer. So blue is a great comfort. Blue is a very spiritual color and really represents, even spiritually, peace.
But it can also mean the opposite.
It can mean the opposite.
Be feeling blue.
That's right.
Or maybe even insecurity.
Sadness, depression. Yeah, so blue, and you can hear, the word, connections to it, feeling blue, you're right.
Yeah.
So you're isolated, depressed. It could mean that you're feeling cold or like a relationship has gotten cold or something like that. Blue can also represent cold as far as emotionally.
Yeah.
So that pretty much, I think, is the negative part. I think there's a lot more positive to blue.
Yeah.
Truth is associated with blue.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
So there and there is a lot of that, and that comes along with the clarity and understanding, intellect, and in the dream about 11, or well, it wasn't about 11, where she was a character in the dream, she really did represent that wisdom. It was pretty profound and a very cool thing. Blue also, I think, in general, when you are experiencing a dream, if you're feeling peaceful in the dream and you see blue around, it may be just letting you know that path to peace, or letting you know that you're in this really great place, and and this is how here are the ways to keep that or restore that. If it shows up and it's like you're not in a place of peace, then it's really highlighting that you need to be, that it's time to lay down whatever you're carrying, and that you need to find that place of calm and peace and clarity. So I think that really is a big thing. So pay attention if blue shows up as a color in your dream. It's very, very important. And almost always, especially with dreams, especially when there's a lot of anxiety being put out there in the dream, that calm and peace is really your typical blue representation, I would say.
Yeah. And our next color we're going to be doing is yellow.
Yellow is a great color. It's a great color to see in a dream. It represents vibrance and energy and very positive brightness, hope. It's spiritually a color connected to God. Not that, and blue is too, just so we're aware of that. But it is just such an energized and
positive color.
Very positive color. There is negative associated with it, but it's still very positive.
Because I would think that it's such a bright color.
Well, think about this. Back in the day, when you would run from a fight, they would call you yellow when you were afraid of something.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yep. And so yellow actually can represent, on a negative, cowardice, being a coward, being afraid. And that is a big yellow thing. It can also be, and I want you to be thoughtful about this because it's much more psychological, mental exhaustion, right? If yellow is like the epitome of energy, the energy color, then on the other side of this, yellow, depending on how it's into the dream, could actually represent the absence of that energy too. Yeah. So, or lack of it. So, for instance, if you're in a yellow car that ran out of gas, kind of thing, there are ways. I mean, keep in mind, however your mind projects this information, but when you at least look at some of just these basics, it may lead you into a path that's closer to where you're looking. Yellow can also, because of the energy part, can be associated with overthinking, which is really an anxiety function. Yeah. So if you see yellow and you're in a dream that is really an overwhelming and you're spending a lot of time ruminating and overthinking, then yellow may show up in something like that as well. Yeah. But there is no such thing as an always or never. for these things, but hopefully they will be a great guide if these colors show up, that you know what to look for and how to find it and what it means.
And this is only part 1 of
I think we're going to have like probably at least 6 of these. I mean, there's a lot to this.
Well, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
And I hope you have sweet, colorful dreams.
See ya.
Bye.